Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're diving deep into Proverbs 3. We're gonna be reading while doing a leg day, more specifically the anterior chain, so quad dominant. Feel free to like the video right now, subscribe if you're not. And honestly, let's just get started. I'm super excited. There's some really good verses in Proverbs 3, so let's get started. Before we start, let's just pray. Father, I pray, Lord, that as we read this book, that you'll just bring insight into our lives. And you'll just tug our heart to learn more and to learn wisdom, God. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Chapter 3, it says, "My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For lengths of days and a long life and peace they will add to you." That's honestly just a promise right there. Now, the past two chapters, we really talked about the heart and how wisdom needs to be written in our heart. And also, with wisdom comes keeping his commandments. God says here that if you keep his commandments, there's a blessing that comes with it, such as peace and a long life. Anyways, let's get started on hack squat here. Really like to load my legs and get in that squat position. Okay, I'm gonna go for 8 to 10 reps to start. Whenever you're doing hack squats, it's very important to just get some depth. Feet placement, I don't know if you can see here. I like to flare my toes out quite a bit. Gotta lower that feet placement. Okay, let's go again. Gotta make sure that core is engaged. And as you're coming down, make sure your knees go in line with your toes. And then at the top, I like to go on my heels. Get an extra good contraction there. Oh, that was a weak one. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Okay. Holy smokes, takes the breath right out of you. To read on here, it says, "Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. And so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and men." How cool. What I'm getting from this is, know truth and let it be written in your heart. Truth is so important to God. He's basically saying that you'll find favor and high esteem from God and men if you live by mercy and you live by truth. God has a promise. Favor. Who doesn't like God's favor in their life? Honestly, just think of it like this: the God of the universe is giving you favor just because you're following what is true. God of the universe basically has your back. Why don't we seek that more? Seriously. So we're doing 3 to 4 sets of these. For hack squats, you just want to load it, keep that form, but also get depth. Okay, 6 to 10 reps. That's all you need. Okay, let's do it here. Oh, you can feel all the fibers in your quads moving when you get depth. Make sure you push, engage that core. Don't arch your back. Oh. Holy cow, this feels so heavy. Okay, verse 5 is a very well-known verse. Probably know what it is. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. There's a reason why that verse carries so much strength and why people resonate with it so much. It's because in many ways, we always think that we could do things in our own understanding and in our own way. And by reading this verse, it's basically saying that we need to trust in God. It's us outwardly expressing to God, hey, I trust in you. And I acknowledge that your ways are better than mine. So God, help me. So powerful. Okay, boys, last set here. I think I'm gonna do tarps off right now. It's getting pretty hot. Again, depth. Gotta get that full stretch in those quads. All right, let's sit here. I like to look at my quads when I do this. Okay. Oh, that's only 3. Oh boy. 4. Oh my gosh, it's killing me. Okay, last one here. And drive. A little bit of a pulse. Oh. Pulse with your toes up. Oh, okay. I'm glad that's over. So from verse 6, it says, in all your ways acknowledge him. And I think that's actually one of the most important pieces in this passage. The word all means all. Every single thing. Not just the good things, not just the bad things, not just the things that you are concerned about. In all your ways, acknowledge him, meaning give thanks, ask for advice, just come to him. And after there comes with a promise, and it says, and he shall direct your paths. It's honestly really straightforward. He'll direct your paths. He'll make it straight. He'll make it where it is easier to walk that path with all the confusion that's around. Here we're doing a leg extension. It's really important to make sure your knees are in line. Your knees are in line with this hinge here, okay? So it's like a bar right there. I like to go really heavy and go 8 to 10 reps here. Make sure you do a slight pause, slight hold at the top. Control it on the way down. Leg extensions compared to the hack squat. Leg extensions is just like, you're kind of like limited in your motion. It's not full range of motion like the hack squat, where you're getting all the way in. Okay, as we go on, verse 7 says, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. So don't be wise in your own eyes. I think that's really just coming down to, personally, just being self-centered as a person, thinking that you're smart and you can do all these things in your own way. I think that's what that means. And fear the Lord and depart from evil. Fear the Lord is just, again, what we discussed in the past 2 chapters, is look for wisdom in God and just honoring him, respecting him. I mean, that's what I got from those 2 verses at least. And depart from evil, turn away, depart. Just turn the other direction, or 180 from evil. I think there's a very big difference. People need to acknowledge of despising evil and despising the person. We shouldn't hate people, but we have to acknowledge that what the evil that they're doing is bad. We can despise that evil, but not the person. I don't know how to like really make sense of that, because God said to love your neighbor as yourself, but despise evil. But what if that person is doing evil? It's like, I don't know, like, you know, you want to hate someone because what they're doing is wrong, but are we just meant to hate what they're doing and still love them as a person? That's pretty complex. 8 to 10 reps here, honestly till failure. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. You can probably see that I'm making all these faces and noises, but at the end of the day, it's because you're supposed to go hard at the gym. If you're coming to the gym and you're not going hard, and you're trying to put on muscle, that's all I can say. You gotta go hard. Every single rep, every single set, gotta go hard. Verse 8 says, it will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. If you fear the Lord and depart from evil, it will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. That is so good. Verse 9 says, honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. Guys, I'm victim to this too. Even just reading that, the first fruits of all your increase, which is like, I think he's just saying your income and everything you receive. So you're first of everything. You know how hard that is? You know, when you get paid or you get something and to give your first to God. There's a reason why that's hard. If we go read above, in all your ways acknowledge him, and you get your first fruits, giving it to him, that's acknowledging him in all your ways, which is an important way of, you know, your fruit. So hard though. Let's do this. My legs are starting to feel swollen, which is never a bad thing. Oh, I got another 2. Last one. And one more for good luck. Oh, okay, so now we're doing RDLs. I like to do RDLs with dumbbells. I don't know why. Maybe when I get too heavy, you know, I won't be able to do it with dumbbells and I have to use a barbell, which is fine. I just like using dumbbells right now. So I'm gonna do it. I'm doing 70 pounds here. Again, 8 to 10 reps. Okay, so our feet are hip width apart. Watch the movement here. We are going to hinge the hips, shoulders back, hinge the hips, stick that butt out, lean slightly forward on toes, squeeze and drive. Okay, my feet are too far apart here. Okay, hinge the hips, stick that butt out, lean on the toes, drive, squeeze the glutes. Okay, one more. Shoulders back. Okay, I feel like my last few there I kind of broke form. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be overflowed with new wine. Gotta catch my breath. Okay. My son, do not despise the chastising of the Lord, nor detest his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects, just as a father, the son in whom he delights. Oh, I think detesting his correction is really hard. I honestly, have detested his correction multiple times. That's just my flesh nature, detesting his correction. Like deep down, you know what's right, but your flesh is just like, let's be selfish for a second. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects. The Lord loves you, and that's why he wants to correct you, just like a father loves his son. Wants to correct you. It's for your benefit, so you can learn and become better, and again, more wise. Okay, so my legs, killing right now, but in a good way. I have such long legs. That leaning on your toe or distributing your weight on your toes is very important. Okay, shoulders back. Felt that my upper back here. I don't think my shoulders were back enough. The problem is when you lift heavy, you want the muscle group that you're working out to hit fatigue first. If I'm doing squats, my cardiovascular system is the one that's getting tired before my quads. Something's wrong. You want the muscle group that you're working out to fatigue first. And there was my upper back. I could have gone probably another 2 or 3 if it wasn't for my upper back telling me to stop. That pain probably could be just because my back is tired. I did back yesterday. So that's probably the highest reasoning maybe. Verse 13, happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of the days is in her right hand, and her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are always of pleasantness, and her paths are peace. So good. I think when they mention her, it's not actually referring to like a girl, it's referring to wisdom as a her. I don't know. I think that's what it is. I'm no scholar. Big squeeze. Last one. Glad that's over. Verse 18, it says, she's a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths were broken up and the clouds dropped down the dew. That's just honestly flex. It's a flex by God. Happy are the ones who retain her. Lord, give me wisdom. So we're rocking the pendulum squat here. If you've never used it, this is such a great exercise for getting depth. Me personally, I'm not a big squat person with a barbell. When you're really tall, look how long my femur is, okay? My femur is really long. When you're squatting really heavy and you're really tall, knee problems, back problems, everything. Gonna get deep. Okay. All the way, then drive up. 1, If you don't have this machine, just do normal squats. Sorry boys, I'm kind of just getting distracted here. Just thinking a lot about what we're reading. Oh. Okay, trust the Lord. But what does that trust even look like? Like, how do we trust the Lord? And when we read further, it just basically means, you know, despise evil, seek out truth, and find wisdom, and treasure wisdom. And the biggest thing for me in trust is, I can't talk and do this. Let me just crush this out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I got this. Oh, I'm getting lightheaded. Screw it, one more. Oh. Okay. Okay, so what does trusting God look like, let's say, for relationships? Now, if you're single, trusting God, from my personal experience, I went from being single as a Pringle, and then in 1 year I got married. 1 year changed my life forever. And so trusting God while you're single is just, you know, as I obey your commandments, as I follow you and see for wisdom, God, fulfill your promise and give me favor, that you have the right girl prepared for me. And also humbling yourself and being like, God, prepare me, you know, help me change so that I can, when this girl comes into my life, everything will be, you know, somewhat easier. Everything, you know, will just fall into place. If you're married or you're dating, trusting God is like, hey God, like, you know, we're going through some problems right now. Trusting God is trusting the process, trusting that He placed the right girl in your life. You know, God brings two together. And trusting God is, hey, God, yeah, my eyes aren't on anyone else but this girl that you placed in my life. Help me to change, help me to focus on being a better husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife, you know? God, help me to be better. Reveal to me the things that I need to change. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today I felt pretty weak, but this is the pump of the legs. I've had soccer twice this week and I had a 3-hour practice. So my legs are really tired already, but I don't know. Like I said, I have really long legs. So I have long quad insertions here. So I don't know. But yeah, I got a good pump, I think. Out of 10, I'd rate this a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my 3rd video, so please like and subscribe. Help this channel get off its feet. I really have fun doing these and reading the Word. I'm actually learning a lot as I'm reading the Bible and working out, and I hope you guys are too. Again, I'm just reading and just spewing out what comes out of my head as I'm reading. I'm not a theologian, I'm no scholar, okay? I'm just a disciple of Christ, trying to know God more. And I hope you guys are too, trying to know God more. So we're in the series right now of Proverbs and learned a lot about wisdom. And so there's so much more, and we're only 3 chapters in. So, I mean, how crazy is that?